Hi guys, it's Michaela here again. This is going to be my parent information video. There's going to be a lot of important stuff that I'm going to go over in this video. And all the documents that I'm going to be reviewing, I will link with this post so that you guys can follow along. I suggest that you guys print out everything just so that you have all the information. But you can just download it on your phone or computer and have it online as well. So I'm going to start with just some easy, quick papers to talk about, and then I'll get to the nitty-gritty stuff of ordering here at the very end. So the first paper that you're going to receive that I have linked is the welcome letter. So this letter is for varsity, and I will also have the junior high welcome letter as well linked to my post. You guys can just read through this. There's nothing much to be said here about this paper. At the very bottom, I do have all of my information listed again if you would need to get into contact with me for any reason. The most important thing on this paper is just to let you know about practices. If you're unable to make a practice, whether that is summer practice or in-season practice, please just let me know as soon as possible. And the fastest way to talk to me is through a text message. I try and have my phone on me at all times. But any email that I receive, I will definitely get back to you within 48 hours at least. The next page that we're going to discuss is the important dates. Again, this is varsity specific. This paper goes over the practices that will occur over the summer. Now, if these practices will actually be held or not, it's kind of up in the air at this point, but I would like you guys to keep these open on your schedule at least. And if any are canceled due to the virus or what have you, I will let you know as soon as possible. On this paper as well, same paper, is the CMFA Cheer Clinic, which I will talk about in a little bit. But that's going to be on August 1st, so I have that listed here on the important dates document, as well as when preseason begins, which is going to be August 17th. If you guys want to just read over this, if you have any questions, just let me know. Our first varsity football game will be on the 28th of August for varsity. The next paper I want to discuss is the workout plan here. I did devise this workout plan. This is specifically for varsity, but I will say this could also be very helpful if you're on junior high to get up to par before preseason starts. I'd like you guys to be completing this workout 3 times a week, and this will really show whenever we start practices of whether you're, up to strength, flexibility, and endurance. And we will be also working out in preseason and during season practices as well. That's something that I'm definitely going to also instill throughout the year. All right, those were the quick papers I wanted to go over. Please read through them. If you have any questions, just let me know. The big paper I wanted to discuss is this. It's entitled Parent Info, and the page starts like this, and this is the big paper. This is like the bulk of what I would normally be going over in our mandatory parent meeting that we would have after practices. So to begin, throughout the season, I will be in communication with all of the athletes and their parents through the Band app, which you guys all know about because we did tryouts over the Band app. If you are on the varsity squad, this is for only varsity, just so you're aware. You can scan this QR code, or I will also include the link, but there is a separate band group that I will be posting updates. Your schedule will be on there. Any cancellations, additions, or anything that you'll need to know about practices, I will put on there. It's just like this band. I'll make a post to let you guys know any information. Similarly, any of you girls can make a post on the Band app. Any parent can make a post, within the group, and then I can communicate with you that way as well. But if you do need a prompt response, like I said, call or text is the fastest way to get a hold of me. So varsity, please everybody scan this QR code and join it, or access the link. If you're not in the band group within a week, I will reach out to you so that you guys can join. For parents, this is optional if you would like to join the band group or not. It's up to you. I do encourage that you do join our group if you're in varsity. And same with junior high, you'll just have a separate band group than varsity so that it's not confusing of who we're discussing. On here, I've also linked our Instagram page. If you don't know about it, it's at Cocalico_cheer. And I'll also post pictures from the season. I will post about our fundraisers and things like that. I will post that all on the Instagram, so please go and follow that as well. The next thing on the list is the practice schedule. I will be handing out the practice schedules at least a month in advance. And just so you guys are aware, Monday through Fridays, the only day that you are guaranteed not to have practice will be a Tuesday. I always leave all Tuesdays open, so if you need to let your work know about what day that you can work during the week, Tuesdays is your day, okay? Other than preseason we will be practicing Monday through Thursday. For junior high, right now we are in the middle of hiring a junior high coach. Rachel has moved up to the JV position. So junior high, we will let you know about your practice schedule as soon as possible. But for right now, enjoy your summer, and we will let you know when your practices are going to start, okay? For varsity, during the regular season, your games will occur every Friday. So make sure that you're aware that through October and possibly later, every Friday you will be having a football game, okay? Whether you're in the starting lineup of the football game or not, that's to be determined. But I will let you know more about that on the varsity page whenever you join. I'll have another video specific to varsity about practicing and how all of that's going to go, okay? So the summer practices are not mandatory, unfortunately. They cannot be mandatory, but they are highly encouraged, and there's going to be a lot of important things, and whether that is getting stunts ready, or if you're new, whether that's helping you out learning material. They're very important to attend, but practices are not mandatory over the summer. Now, our preseason for varsity, which starts August 17th, from there on, practices are mandatory. If you look at the contract that I will also include, there will be a list of excused and unexcused absences on there. But I do expect that you come to practice unless your absence is excused, okay? So please read the contract, and it will tell you, how long to notify me before that you're not going to make a practice and things like that. And we'll discuss more of that once school starts about what is deemed excused and unexcused as well. Please come to practice 10 minutes early. Also, before practice, please remove any jewelry and go to the bathroom before practice begins. And if transportation is ever an issue for before or after practices, please let Rachel and I know, and we can help you out with that and figure that out. This next part is also for varsity. I do apologize, junior high. I'm going to get to you in 1 second. But as a varsity squad, we do want to maintain involvement with their youth program, and every year we do hold a camp for the younger cheerleaders. So this year's camp is going to be a little bit different than how we've done it in the past. We're going to do a cheer clinic. So this will occur on August 1st from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. And I will be discussing this more with you. If you look at your important dates document, I do have practices scheduled before this cheer clinic date in order to prepare to teach the girls their material. But I will discuss this more with you closer to time. Just want to let you know to keep that open on your schedule, please. The next part I will discuss is camp. Due to the pandemic, obviously everything's virtual, and we have decided that it would be in the best interest of the squad this year to skip NCA camp. It's not ideal, but it is what we need to do to keep the squad safe at this point. Instead, we will be holding our own day camp at home on July 18th, and I will give more details out to follow. This day camp will include junior high and varsity. Next thing's postseason. It's very hard to predict for varsity when postseason will be, but normally 2 to 4 weeks after our regular season ends, we could be going into playoffs. And our practice and game schedule will be determined based on how far we go in postseason, just so that you know. All right, so the next part we're going to discuss is cost and fundraising. I realize that being in this program, it's very expensive, and I do understand that. We do try and cut costs wherever we can. Just know that if you're a new varsity cheerleader, you're going to be enduring the most cost of anybody else. But most of the gear that you're going to have to pay for can be used over multiple seasons, okay? So just know that. And if you have any concerns or questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or the Booster Club so that we can figure something out with you, okay? Like I said, the items that you will be purchasing that are only a one-time purchase will include your megaphone, warm-ups, shoes, your fleece jacket, your body liner, and your compression shorts. These can all be used for subsequent years, so please note that while it is a little bit pricey, you will be using it potentially for the next 4 years if you're a freshman, okay? Since we will not be attending NCA camp, no cost will be required for this year, but just know that camp is an additional cost, but that will come in later years. We won't have to deal with it this year with the pandemic, okay? In just a little bit, I'm going to talk to you about fitting and gear costs here in a second, but let's go to fundraising. Speaking of costs, we are a sport, we are the only sport where students can actually earn money into an individual account, which goes with how much that they've fundraised. So the more that you fundraise, the more money will go into your account that you can use to purchase gear or any other costs that would incur throughout the year and the subsequent years. So if you're a freshman, while your initial cost may be, pretty great, you can fundraise and get a lot of money in your account, and then you won't have to pay for things in the future as much, okay? This year, the only fundraiser that the Booster Club has made mandatory is the Joe Corby's fundraiser, which normally we would be doing now, but it is on hold, and we will let you know when that is going to occur at a later time here. But all the other fundraisers, they are not mandatory, but we do encourage them in order to boost your account and the money in there, okay? Next, gymnastics. Gymnastics is not required, but if any girl's interested, I did put the 2 of the closer gyms and their phone numbers here if you're interested at all, okay? So on the next page, you'll see this virtual fitting, okay? Let's discuss this a little bit. So this is going to pertain, and I'm going to switch it up. The first part I'm going to be talking about is going to pertain to junior high, and then I'll talk to you about varsity here in a minute, okay? So due to the virus and the government shutdown, we're not able to hold a regular fitting with our varsity rep, whose name is Julianne. So instead, we have to do all of this at home, and all of the ordering and fitting and making sure that you have the proper sizes all at home, unfortunately. But our varsity rep, Julianne, she'll be with us for every step of the way. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to discuss everything that you need to order here in a second, but what's going to happen is each cheerleader is going to send me in a gear cost sheet, and I will show you that in a second. Here, let me just find it. So the gear cost sheet I have listed on this post, and they look like this. There's one for varsity here, one for junior high, okay? So what's gonna happen is each cheerleader needs to fill out this form and send it back into me, okay? This shows me what each girl will need to order, whether it's everything or it's just a few things if you're a returner. But you need to fill this out, hand it back to me, and please give it back to me by Sunday at the latest, so that we can start ordering things and getting things ready, because some things do take time to be shipped to us. So basically what's going to happen is you're going to fill this out, the gear sheet, send it to me, and I'm going to relay all that information to Julianne. Julianne will then reach out to each of you individually and tell you your total, your price, how to pay, all of that stuff, okay? But for now, fill this out and we'll go from there, okay? So for junior high, and like I said, you guys should all have these papers. Please print this out and please read it very carefully, okay? It gets a little bit confusing, but I'm gonna try and work my way around that, okay? Junior high. If your cheerleader made the junior high squad, your ordering is not going to be as complicated as varsity, okay? Your uniforms, rain gear, and pom-poms, these will all be handed out to you before the season begins, and they will be returned at the conclusion of the season. The uniforms will best be fitted to each cheerleader accordingly. No alteration should be made to the uniforms without prior authorization from your coach. Any damage to the uniform will result in payment from the parent to replace the damaged item. So these uniforms are not purchased by you. They are just borrowed from you for the season and then returned, okay? As a junior high cheerleader, you need to have the following: a black V-neck body liner, black compression shorts, and those are going to be used as bloomers this year, and shoes. So the black body liner and the shoes, if you're a returner, you'll already have these. If you're not a returner and you are new, whether you're from CMFA or you're just a new cheerleader, all three of these will need to be ordered, okay? The black compression shorts need to be ordered by every single cheerleader on the junior high squad. These are a new requirement for this year, okay? But again, please read this very carefully. Fill out that sheet and email it to me by Sunday the 17th, please. And that's all that you have to order if you're on junior high. It's very, very simple, okay? Varsity. If your cheerleader made the varsity squad, more items will need to be purchased because we do cheer in extreme temperatures, okay? And also, some of the gear that you'll need will also be used at fundraisers and also different events that we'll attend, okay? First things first, all of the cheerleaders are receiving new uniforms this year. The school pays for uniforms every 5 years for us, and this is our year. So, unfortunately, normally our varsity rep would come out and measure you, and you'll get a uniform specific to your body. But since she cannot come out this year, your parent at home will need to take measurements in inches of your bust, waist, and hip measurement and send those in to me, okay? I do have information on the bottom of this sheet as a guide on how to properly measure yourself. And you'll include that on your gear checklist. At the bottom, I have a place to put your measurements if you're on varsity, okay? Now comes the confusing part, which is ordering gear if you're on varsity. So I'm basically going to break this up into new varsity and returning varsity, okay? So the following information is for returning varsity. If you're a returning varsity cheerleader, ordering is much simpler, as you will know. You should already have a megaphone, a fleece, warm-up shoes, compression shorts from the 2019 NCAA camp outfit, Nike socks, a black V-neck bodyliner. The only new thing that you will need to purchase if you're a returning cheerleader is a fundraising outfit, any items that you would need replaced, and bows. The warm-up, I know we had a little bit of discussion about this with you guys, but the warm-up outfits are not going to be changed for this year, and the previously owned warm-ups will be worn for this season. Money for bows is a separate cost, and I will let you guys know when that is due at another time. So please, if you're a returning varsity cheerleader, please fill out your gear checklist and return it to me, and include your bust, waist, and hip measurements. Thank you. Now, if you're a new varsity cheerleader, you will need to order everything on the list in the gear cost document, okay? So if you're a new varsity cheerleader, you need to order a black V-neck bodyliner, shoes, compression shorts, warm-ups, fleece, megaphone, fundraising outfit, and socks, okay? If your daughter previously cheered on the junior high squad, she may already have the bodyliner and shoes, so you don't need to purchase those, but everything else will need to be purchased, okay? If you're a little bit confused and you're not sure exactly about what you need to be purchasing, please shoot me a text, shoot me an email, and I will help guide you through about what exactly you need to purchase, okay? All varsity cheerleaders will need to make sure that you have those black compression shorts. So if you did not go to NCAA camp with us last year as a varsity cheerleader, then you need to order your compression shorts. These are going to replace the blue bloomers that we normally wear, okay? For football games, you will individually need to purchase high white Nike socks, okay? This just needs to be purchased before August. Now, I know there are some concerns about making sure that you're not ordering this and then we not have a football game, depending on how this pandemic goes. I am going to be reaching out to Julianne to get a straight idea about what you need to order when in order for all of the gear to come on time. And I'm going to tell you, me and her will all tell you about due dates for payments and when certain things need to be ordered at a later date, okay? But for now, just fill in the gear sheet so that I know about everything that you need to order, and then we'll handle it on an individual basis from there, okay? Like I said, for junior high and varsity, money for bows is a separate cost. This will occur closer to the season, so just know that's coming, okay? Your megaphone, if you're a new varsity cheerleader, that will be purchased through varsity, but then I will take it and get it lettered elsewhere, and that is a separate cost that it will incur, but I do have that altogether listed on your sheet here so that you know the total for your whole megaphone. Just make sure I didn't forget anything here. All gear ordered will not be given out until costs have been covered, just so that you're aware. And if you have any concerns or questions about purchasing, ordering, payment, anything like that, please get in contact with me and I will direct you to the right person that you may need to talk with, or, we can discuss it, just me and you as well, okay? Like I said, for everybody, Due dates for purchasing and payments, that will be given out by our varsity rep whenever she sends you your individual ordering sheet and total, okay? But for now, what you need to do after you watch this video is, please, if you're in junior high, fill out your gear sheet, and if you're on varsity, fill out your gear sheet, and if you're on varsity, fill out your measurements here in inches, please, okay? Now, like I said, if you have any questions, I went over everything very quickly. I know this video is long, I do apologize. But if you have any questions at all, please reach out to me, reach out to Rebecca on the Booster Club, reach out to Rachel. Rachel is going to be the interim junior high coach for now until we can find a replacement. And we will let you know that as soon as possible. So like I said, after this video, join the band group for either the varsity squad or the junior high squad. Make sure your parent watches this video. Make sure your daughter watches this video. Hand in your gear checklist sheet. And let me know if you have any issues, okay? But we'll be talking soon. Congratulations to everybody who made either squad. And we will talk soon, okay? Bye.